Okay, well,
I started talking about stuff.
HSP.
Yes. Anyway, welcome everybody.
What? You can't just do that to me, although that's kind of...
I didn't really. I just wanted to get in before you, so we'll just cut out all this extra talking that we do.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because last episode we didn't really have an intro. We just talked about...
Didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about coconut water, and you did get a little your metal panel.
Oh, that's what I need. Yeah, my metal panel. I'm still gonna give that to you. That's what I need. Courtney, are you trying to avoid? Just stand in the. She's like on her knees. You can't. You know what? I'm just gonna turn this off for a second so you can see. Let me see if.
Oh yeah, Troy. I forgot what your house looks like. Because from what I remember, it's just brick walls everywhere. You don't live in a home. Oh, there she is.
She was like on her knees. She was like this, right? I'll recreate it with the background.
I went. Oh,
she
there
was
we
like
go.
this, and she was like.
Master, your coffee is here. Master, I have given you your coffee.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Ah,
There
yes.
we go.
I miss what your room house looked like.
I missed what your room looked like.
I mean, my room's got nothing. Literally has
Gotta
nothing.
make sure to get this in camera. This is the ASM episode.
Well, it's not really. Oh,
Is it
well,
ASM? Is that the right word?
No,
is it
I
ASM?
mean, you know, it's you're half.
S-
you're three,
SMS?
no, you were 3/4 right the first time.
MAS?
You're missing an extra letter.
ASMAR.
No, now you said too many letters.
Now you've added too many letters. ASMR.
Yes,
AMSR?
ASMR.
It doesn't sound right to say ASMR.
No, it does not.
ASMR. Yeah, it does. No, it didn't feel right to say ASMR.
No, you just say ASMR.
Anyway, Jackson, the point is,
So we started. Yeah, we've started.
we started. This
We
counts
started.
as starting.
I love. Yeah, I'm kind of okay with this considering we've done. The
You should
normal,
see what it looks like on the little audio
Yeah,
thing. It's like
I'm excited to receive your audio file and just to see what it sounds like.
I'm excited to receive
No, you're not.
anything
What's that? What are you? What are
except a fine.
Oh, well, that's okay. If that's what you're alluding to, then, jeez.
I was going to make a sexual joke, but then I thought better of it. I was going
Yep.
to say I'm excited to receive your, and then I was going to stop and go audio too.
Virginity. Well, it reminds me of that video, that Sonic video.
If I can't outrace you, what
No,
was it
if I can't take his trophy, then I have to take his virginity.
virginity.
What the fuck?
It's just that bit at the end where you hear him in the
Yeah.
background as he's
Running
hoverboarding away. I can't take your trophy. Thank you, Courtney.
That
Scabby
dude's
biscuits.
Tim Tams. That dude's videos are insanely funny. Well, most of them are pretty good, actually.
Alright, you can go now. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the Tim Tam. Can I have one? To send in the post.
Jackson wants one. Here you go, Jackson.
Just oh, thanks, Troy.
You're supposed to pretend to like reach in. Yeah.
Oh,
Here, Jackson.
Okay, hold on.
There we go.
Oh, you got lots of chocolate biscuits in there.
I do.
Wow.
I do indeed.
Damn.
And I would have had Maltesers if somebody hadn't dropped them on the floor
Oh, that'd be fine. Oh, did you know something about Maltesers? Well,
to get me some Maltesers.
do you want to know a crazy fact about Maltesers? I mean,
What?
it
The
may not
camera's
seem.
up there.
Oh, yum. Fun fact about Maltesers. So you know how we've been saying Maltesers all the time. Tell me, Troy,
What the Maltesers?
how do you spell Maltesers?
Cody, grab the box. No. I don't know. MEALTEEAS?
No.
Maltesers?
MALT malt and then teasers. TES.
TEAS. SE.
So no, that's where you're wrong. If you look at the
SAE?
packet, get Connie to bring the packet.
We don't have the packet. I was joking.
Okay. So Maltesers is spelled MALTESERS, which means it's actually pronounced Maltesers.
So is it a Hold on.
Why is this the ASMR episode? We're just making this. Oh wow!
Oh, that actually tastes really good.
I bet. Yeah, that if it's not the coffee that'll get you awake, it's the sugar.
So is it just the way we pronounce it or something?
No, it's just I don't really know. All this time
just spilt it.
it's we pronounce it Maltesers. Yeah, if you look at the spelling, it's actually Tezers.
You're a bit of a Tezzer.
Thanks.
Maltese. I'm going to do that from now on. Have you seen? I'm going to go to someone in like Safeway or Coles.
Yep.
Woolworths or Coles.
Yep.
And I'm going to say, have you seen the Maltesers section? Or are the Maltesers in the? Is it Tezers? You said Tezers, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Are the Maltesers? I want to see their reaction.
Yeah.
Are the Maltesers in the chocolate section?
Oh, you mean Maltesers? No, Maltesers.
It's like talking to anyone from any other country, and they're like, "Are you from Australia? No, Australia. Austria? No, what is it?" Courtney's shown me the photo of the Maltesers.
Ah, yes.
Maltesers.
No, spelled wrong.
Tezers.
Yeah, Tezers. Yeah.
Maltesers. The lighter way to enjoy chocolate.
Yeah.
Now go away, Courtney. She's on her knees again.
Hey, Connie. Number 3 is making an early appearance. Her usual early appearances.
Usually early.
Maybe one day she might want to be on the show and have an episode with us, but who knows? I doubt it.
Maybe. All right. So Jackson, how was your week?
Oh, I'm glad you asked, Troy.
Oh, you jumped a little there on my screen.
Sorry. I had 2 starts, one at 7, one at 6 in consecutive days. It was not fun. And I had Wednesday off, which was so good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that wasn't exactly my highlight of the week, but actually no, having Wednesday off was the highlight of the week because I desperately needed it. I was so heavily fatigued from working those dumb early starts. And they were both in the city too, which was the worst part. Well, actually no, one was, and the one was sort of inner east suburbs, but. Yeah.
Couldn't they have gotten the other guy to do it?
You see, common sense, Troy, is a rare word.
Common sense is a rare word.
It gets thrown around a bit, but not used.
That's true.
But yeah, can I before we get into your highlight, can I guess what your highlight might be?
Yeah, you can guess what my highlight might be.
Is it potentially the YouTube video you posted only a couple of days ago or hours ago that just reached like 2,000 views?
Okay, so that could be my highlight. I have 3 different highlights.
Ooh, 3.
So
okay,
yeah, I've got 3 things. So the first thing was the other day. I think it was Monday. I was bored, right? Oh no, it was like Saturday night or something. Yeah, because I wasn't working the next day. Mm-hmm. So it would have been Saturday night. I was bored and I was like about to go to bed. It's like 10 o'clock, I think. I was about to go to bed. I'm like, I haven't looked at streams on YouTube in a while, and I'm like, I haven't seen any Rocket. How many people actually stream playing Rocket League, and how many people actually watch that? Well, there's a fair few people out there streaming. Not many of them have viewers, but there's a fair few of them streaming. So I went on, started watching this guy stream, and the whole time he was complaining about just his teammates, like, teammates don't know how to rotate, and he kept leaving matches like after they were like 2 goals down or something, or 3 goals down, and these were casual matches, and he just kept like leaving matches, and it was driving me insane. And one of the reasons I clicked on his video is because the description said, "Come challenge me."
Oh, so instead of that, he found other people to challenge.
Well, see, I migrated from my laptop to the computer this computer because it's actually signed into my account on everything. And so I went on YouTube and I went in the chat and I had a couple of words with him. I didn't say anything mean or anything like that, but I was like, I'm free to play a couple of games. And he goes, "Oh, it says during his stream, send me an invite. It's this." So I type it in, add him, and I'd start playing. He immediately goes into 1v1s. And he did 1v1 drop shot.
Oh.
Now, here's the fun thing, right?
What? 1v1 drop shot?
I know, he's like, "Oh, we'll play my favourite game mode." I'm like, "Drop shot's your favourite game mode? What the heck?" No. And a 1v1 drop shot? Now, here's the funny thing, right? This guy was, because I asked him beforehand, where are you basically? Like, what region? And I think he said it was North Coast America or East Coast or something. One or the two, he said.
Oh,
so
America.
He was in America. So he was in America. So
that explains his
because I partied up with him and he ran the match. Well, he had a ping of 34. I had a ping of 217.
Yeah.
I was in the orange, right? And I destroyed him
don't tell
during
me.
these
Oh,
drop shot games.
no.
I wasn't trying. He was just really bad at drop shot. And in 1v1 drop shot, all you have to do is have control of the ball.
Yep. That's so
And
funny.
so the whole time he kept saying stuff like, "Oh, what? I hit that." Oh, I swear I hit that. Oh, and I'm thinking to myself, I should be the one saying this. I'm the one who's slightly delayed, who
you're the
who had a
latency.
jumpy game.
Yeah.
And somehow I was able to just outbeat this guy. Like, he was just missing the ball, but it was quite funny the fact that I was able to just get it.
So what time of night was this for you, just out of curiosity? Because I want to try and calculate something.
It was either 10, 11, or 12. I can't remember. Oh, it was definitely 10 or 12. I can't actually remember. I believe it was 10, though.
So if it was East Coast, North America...
I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning there.
Yeah, that'd be right. Yeah, the
And,
time zones is ridiculous, but yeah, that's bound. Well, who's playing drop shot 1v1s at 9 o'clock in the morning? What a great
I
start of the
don't know,
day.
but I versed him in... after 2 games of drop shot, we did a regular game. Of two games of regular 1v1, and I just played around with that. I sort of let him get a couple of goals here and there because I didn't want him to get too discouraged.
Yeah, of course.
So I kept the game pretty close, but even then it was still, even with high ping, and it was fun. And then a couple of other people joined in and we started playing, and then the freestyler guy joined in, and that was a little bit more annoying because I ended up teaming because it became 2v2, and it was this guy, the freestyler, versus me and some other guy who was probably like plat or something. And you know how sometimes it's easier when you're playing without an extra player?
Yes.
That was this situation.
Okay.
The plat guy kind of got in the way a little bit, and he had a high ping too.
Right. Okay, so
And then it turned into basically 3v3, and at that point I left because it was bedtime.
Yeah. So that's one highlight. What's the other two?
The other one was the second one was just having to organise this stuff with my van, trying to get like the mechanics to fix this, the dealer Volkswagen to fix this so we can take it back to the mechanics to get it roadworthy. Having to pick up a rental today and organise that. It's just a bloody nightmare. Driving the rental.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Manual or automatic?
It's automatic.
Okay.
I wouldn't be caught dead driving. I avoid driving a manual like crazy.
Yeah, fair enough.
But I was looking at the terms and conditions of the rental. It's just this big, long list of all this stuff. And one thing, don't drive on dirt roads, or let us know first before you drive on dirt roads, which is a little bit annoying because to get to the job site I'm working at Saturday, you can go down and you can cut across to this job, but you have to go through dirt roads, and you have to go through dirt roads, and you have to. So I got to go all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could just take the dirt road, but I'm not going to.
What's that?
There is
how they can notice.
There is a way to cut through a new estate that they've built, so I'll probably do that. But the other highlight was I was basically supposed to drop off the van like Wednesday. They'd pick it up Friday, Thursday or today, Wednesday afternoon or something like that, and then drop it off to the mechanics on Friday, and basically get not 3 days off, but 3 days where there wasn't really much I could do. Instead, it turned into, we need you to work Saturday. So come pick up this car from the office, which is an hour's drive away, and a $150 Uber ride. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. I'll just organise. I was sitting there going, I'll just organise a rental at this point. I'm not getting a 1 hour Uber.
Yep.
To pick up a car. That they've told me don't get too dirty or dusty.
Which is impossible.
And I'm sitting there going, no, I'd rather take a rental and get that a little dirty and dusty and just clean it up real quick before I hand it in.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did, because it turned into like the van's going to be at Volkswagen for a bit longer than we thought.
Okay.
And my third highlight of the week, I guess, was making that little video that got to 2.1k or 2.2k now views.
It's kind of funny reading those comments.
And one subscriber.
Huge.
I got one.
It's kind of funny reading the comments in the chat in that video. Here before it goes big. Oh, here finally first early. Like people were like commenting just to say.
I'm seriously doubt it's going to go that big, considering.
I actually commented on someone's comment saying, "Oh, I hope this gets millions of views." I'm like, I know the guy who made this video, and he's pretty optimistic. He's not very optimistic. He doesn't think it'll do that well.
Yeah, no, it got its little boost in the algorithm.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny though, because I was thinking, man, I don't know if Troy would want that many viewers, because then Then he feels like he has to keep making content just to please the people who watched it.
Oh, even if I got 1 million views on the video, I would not care.
Yeah,
it would not affect anything. Especially, I'm more curious about all these people that are leaving comments. Why are they leaving comments?
I don't. This is the thing, right? Because you make a weird, stupid video like that, it draws in all the attention and comments. I've pumped out so many videos on my YouTube channel, and I average 2 comments per video, and I'm like, man.
But do you get that many views?
Not constantly, no.
Yeah, so your video, the Lego one that got 54K, has got a lot of comments on it.
All asking
but
the
that's
same things.
But that's because it was bad.
Yes, I admit it's bad. Like, it's so outdated as well.
Yeah, true. But yeah, the thing that confuses me is why would you bother commenting on a random video just from 2 different videos clipped together?
I think what happens is when a video gets pushed to the algorithm and then gets front page or home page or recommended, it kind of like when people go to watch it, I think what they do is if they like the video, not only do they like the video, but they'll sometimes comment. And sometimes when you comment on a video, it boosts the algorithm. So, oh, people are really enjoying this video. Let's try to recommend it more. Which is probably why you kept getting, like, you went from 100 views to 1,000 views to 2,000 views, and now it's going to
because people liked it and then put a comment on it.
Yeah.
I guess, but my question isn't that. My question is, why did people put a comment on it? Like, it wasn't exactly an original video or thought, and it's not like I click on videos just like this one all the time, and I just watch, like, it's a 2-minute video. I just watch it and then move on to the next video. I don't leave a comment. There's heaps of other videos just like it. There's a video of that same bus video, but they put the Deja Vu song over the top. Yeah. Plenty of people have used the Samir audio.
Yeah, for many different things.
Heck, the actual audio I took was from someone else's video. It's not the original, because the original's now long, remember? Someone's already broken it down into 4. It's just the really funny bits where he's almost crashing in that. And I just went, screw it, and took that audio and put it on top. And you know, the funny thing is YouTube looked at it and said, no, this is completely copied. Like, this is all good to go. You could monetize this if you wanted. Of course.
It's when, as soon as you play an inkling of music, YouTube won't copyright you, but some random person will go, I'm going to flag this video because it's got audio that I may have used a second of sample in a video. And
even though they got the audio from a different video as well.
YouTube has a lot of issues when it comes to people flagging that people's content when it's like the minuscule of music being used in a video, and it's like a really bullcrap sort of reasoning that's been flagged.
So here's the funny thing, right? It doesn't matter if this video got flagged in any way because I'm not monetizing it or anything like that.
You're not a content creator. You're just someone who thought it was a good idea to post a video together. Although actually,
the only reason I posted it was so I didn't have to send. Because I couldn't send it to you on Discord. I couldn't send it to you on Discord because Discord's like, it's 200 megabytes. It's 200 megabytes. It's too big. You need to get Nitro. Get Nitro, and we'll let you upload it. So I was like, okay, I'll just put it on YouTube. It'll take 2 minutes to put on YouTube, and then other people can enjoy it too. Yep,
and they did. They really did. It's got like 100. Did I say like 119 likes or something on that? I think I can't remember.
I don't know. I can check right now. Courtney's very happy because it was actually kind of her idea.
That's hilarious.
She's like, oh, you could put that over the top of the other one. And I was like, yeah, I could do that.
You know what's funny though? Because like in our group chat, I think Courtney sent to the group chat, didn't she not?
Yeah, she did. Yes.
And Tisha was like, no, was it my wife who said? Oh, where is it? Oh, yeah. So Courtney said, Troy made this at my suggestion. And Tish says, I don't get it. Troy is racist? And then Courtney has to go and explain. No, it's a merge of 2 videos. One, it's the audio driving a rally car on a paddock track. The video is a fake bus trip down a mountain as a scary VR ride.
She had to explain it to Andrea.
Yeah. I thought the audio matched the video and wanted them merged to see if it worked. So yeah, maybe it came off as racist. Oops.
No, so it's got 116 likes.
I don't think it's racist. There's nothing about it that's racist.
The video is not racist because I don't understand how it would be racist.
No.
In what way? That's what the guy's saying. That's like.
So listen to my calls. Like that's just rally driving.
It's not making fun of Japanese bus drivers, and it's not making fun of rally drivers. or Indian rally drivers. It's just the were they Indian or some other?
Yeah, I think they are. Let me see if I can figure out a rally driver. See if I can actually find who it actually is.
You will. I'm pretty sure that's how I found it in a way. I had to look up the guy's name.
So Samir Thapar is an Indian rally driver.
There you go.
It turns out the video was what? Turns out the video was fake and he's actually decent. Oh, that's good. That's really good.
The video is fake.
An intro with Samir and his nagging co-pilot made for one of the amusing videos of 2013. That video is 10 years old? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. The bus driver one's like 8 years old too.
Line's like, concentrate, Samir, please. And Samir, you're going to wreck the car. It will forever be etched into common car culture. So yeah, he's not a rookie. He debuted in 1992. He had 6 victories last year in he's already had 6 victories to his credit, and in 2013 he came 3rd overall in the international rally thing or whatever.
So he's actually a really good rally driver.
Yeah.
That's
so the original video was fake. In August 2013, a man
you are wrecking the car.
Oh wow! In 2013, a man by the name of something, Johan Chetna, was arrested by the Indian police. Allegedly, Samir had posted a 40-minute long video on YouTube, which was edited with malicious intent. Ooh. The career of co-pilot Vivek Punusamy, who had 22 years' experience, was damaged in the process as he lost a major contract to participate in an international event held in Australia. Oh.
Okay. Wait, so the co-pilot actually lost because of that video? He ended up losing a job, basically?
Yeah. He lost a major contract to participate in an event in Australia.
But that's a bit...
I don't know.
That's unfortunate. There's got to be something more than just that video there.
It is very funny though. That video is. I mean, knowing that it's fake, it's
because if anybody was doing something wrong in the video, it was the driver.
Mm. Oh, so the Johan Setner was actually the manager of the team.
So the manager got in trouble because of the video. So it sounds like the video was his idea, and people didn't like the fact that it got on trending and all that.
Yeah, the co-pilot lodged a complaint under some sort of act which penalises sending offensive messages. He alleged that the edits portrayed Thapar and himself in a demeaning manner, and that the video has provoked racially abused comments and caused him to lose several rally contracts. And then the guy was arrested later that year.
Oh, that's no good at all. Talk about a dark side to a twist. Oh, that reminds me. So I was listening to. Do you know who Count Dankula is?
Count Dankula.
Dankula. He's the guy who did the Nazi Pug video.
Oh no, I'm not aware of that. But anyway, go on.
Well, anyway, long story short, he's got a few subscribers and all that, like 1,000 or something. And he does videos called Mad Lad videos. And one of the videos he did was on the guy from one of the Austin Powers movies.
Okay.
So apparently this, the Asian guy who like throws the shoe in Austin Powers.
Yes. I
think
apparently.
I forgot what it was, but he was like originally like he went through quite a few ups and downs and got arrested for sexual crimes.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, the guy and like fights and other things like that. And
Joseph Hewing's Song was
Song. That's right. He was an MMA fighter.
Wow.
He was a bad MMA fighter. There's a video of him getting punched in the balls like 20 times.
Yeah, he got found guilty of torture in a rape case. Wow.
Yes. I didn't really want to go into that detail.
Sorry, but I just wanted to know.
Fair enough. Yes, that's why I said sexually based crimes.
Yeah, okay.
Watching too much SVU in the criminal justice system. Sexually based crimes.
Oh, that's
These are their stories. Dun-dun. Yeah, wow. He's from Austin Powers.
Yeah, right. because I couldn't put his name to a face. That's all.
Fair enough. But it made me think about how like you can see a funny viral video, or you can see someone who's an actor, for example, who's maybe just an extra or a one-off character, and you like them in that one thing, and therefore they seem like they're a good person, or even if they're a bad guy in a movie and they seem like a bad person, But then you look at their life in a broader spectrum, and suddenly there's so much more information and so much more going on there.
Mm. So I'm looking up his kickboxing mixed martial arts record. He had one fight, and it was a loss in kickboxing. But his mixed martial arts, he had 4 wins and 4 losses.
Mm-hmm.
What a great career.
And I think he lost the kick. It was either the kick. No, it would have been the mixed martial arts. He lost one of his fights because the guy punched him in the balls like 10 times.
That's funny.
I said 20 before, but I think it was like 10. There's a video of it online of just him grappling this guy and the other guy just bang, bang, bang. Because this was when it was more where you were allowed to punch people in the balls and stuff like that.
In a world.
You're allowed to, in a world where MMA fighters are allowed to dick punch. Yeah. Comes Chuck Norris.
Before we go into a topic, I just want to mention one more thing quickly.
Mm-hmm.
I also did what you did recently and go back to listen to some of our episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to the Self-Reflect episode.
Is that the one where I talked about watching our episodes?
Yeah, and I also found that episode quite funny. and also found myself laughing at us. So...
Well, there you go. See, that's how you know your content's good, Jackson. You enjoy it. If you enjoy it, other people must enjoy it.
So this
too.
is the thing, though. This is what's happening. I said the same thing to you. Now you're saying the same thing back to me, which is good.
True.
We're all in a universal paradox. Where
it reminds me of there's a YouTuber out there called Amazing Atheist, or he was called Amazing Atheist, but he changed. But then he saw the light. He changed the name because it was it became not so YouTube friendly, so he changed it to his actual name.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, some of his videos were good, but they've gone downhill.
Mm-hmm.
They started off really downhill, and then they became good, and now they've become downhill again. And I stopped listening to him just because basically all he did was whine, bitch, and complain. Like every video was just him whining about something, or every one of his later videos. But the funny thing is, I've completely forgot what I was going to say. He
did a thing.
No, I'm trying to remember. I had my train of thought and then I lost it.
That's right. I'll edit it when you figure out what it is.
Please edit it out. He Yes, give me time. Where was I going with that? Oh my goodness. You know when you just completely forget what you were talking about?
Don't say that because that won't help.
Oh. What was I going to say?
Let's see.
Yeah, that's wait. I remembered. That's right.
Now.
In one of his videos, right? He talks about how the quality and how good his videos are, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he says every video I make, I think is amazing. Every video I make is the best. It's fantastic.
Ooh, wow.
I think it's the best, and it is the best. And that's my opinion. But I know that my videos are the best videos out there. And I'm sitting there thinking, does this guy not have any constructive criticism for himself? Does he just... And he legit basically said straight up, every video that I make is a masterpiece.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there going, what, you don't... Oh, yeah, because he was commenting about how other people look back and think their videos are worse. Like, you have a look at the first videos you make and they're terrible compared to the ones you make now, is what a lot of YouTubers say. But this guy was like, no, every video I make is a masterpiece.
He's very...
It's funny because nobody's watching him anymore. So
well,
I guess his masterpieces aren't really masterpieces anymore.
He's mastered his own downfall, you could say.
Yeah, pretty much. I think I unsubscribed from the guy, actually. Wow.
Good, wise move.
I don't usually unsubscribe from people, but when I purge my YouTube account once every 10 years, I really do purge it.
10 years.
Yeah, I was telling you about this, like, it was a couple of months ago, I think, but I mentioned that I just removed a bunch of channels that I subscribed to. And I found it interesting because a lot of the channels, I'd subscribed to them like 4 years ago. And then after that point, they just stopped making videos. And then a month before I unsubscribed from them, that's when they upload a video. So there's like 3 years difference between the video where I watched and their next video.
Mm-hmm.
And it just so happens that a bunch of them were lining up. They all started making content again just as I was unsubscribing from them. And I'm like, well, you're going to have to try and find a way to get me back.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to wait, essentially.
It's like, good luck with that, eh?
There's only one YouTuber or one video content creator that I'm waiting for, and that's, I think it's Blokes.
Blokes.
I think it's Blokes Films, Blokes something.
Blokes Films. Sounds like someone who just like analyzes and criticizes every bit of...
It's Wukai, I think. Zelda.
Why is it Zelda?
Because his videos are like he does animated videos.
Oh, okay.
And he did like a Zelda series, but the problem is the guy keeps restarting his series every 2 years.
Okay.
So he'll release episodes 1, 2, 3, or 1 and 2, and then won't do anything for 6 months. And then a year, and then another 6 months will pass, and then he'll release remakes or redos of episode 1 and 2. So you never actually he never continues his storylines. He just keeps restarting them.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that does make sense. Yeah. I mean, people do anything for content now these days, so.
Wukai.
Every time you say it, it reminds me of two things. Sid Meier's Sims Golf. There was these NPCs that when they're playing on your golf course that you made, they make it, and when they do a good shot, they go, awooga!
Awooga.
Yeah, Sid Meier's Sims Golf was a late 90s, early 2000s Sims golf game where you made your own golf course and you could actually play on them.
There was a Sims golf game Sims game that was just specifically... here we go. Now I know why I couldn't find it. It's actually Scotty Mation.
Scotty Mation.
Yeah, you should have a look at the YouTube channel. But he's made these animated series. But let's put it this way: he used to upload on things like he had his own website that he uploads to, but he's transferred all his videos to YouTube. Mm-hmm. And to give you an idea, so one of the first videos, which was Zelda UO Beta Remake Prologue, was uploaded 10 years ago. This was the remake that was uploaded 10 years ago. And then he did then he released episodes 1 to 8, right? 2 years ago. But this was the beta version. So he released the beta, and he's uploaded to YouTube 2 years ago. But before that, he had it on his own website like 5 years ago. Mm-hmm. And just 1 year ago, he's uploaded a remake of the Zelda series.
Right.
I
suppose.
And he's still got these 2 other series that were really good and really interesting that he hasn't done any work on for ages. It's frustrating waiting for this guy to animate.
Oh, goodness.
He keeps... I swear, he's got ADHD or something.
All in good time, Troy. All in good time. Hey, again, I want to I'll mention another thing, because we'll get to a topic eventually, but I kind of like this long, small talk we're doing here, because there's lots of tangents, and they're very good.
We can always make this the small talk episode.
So, PlayStation... have released they had their showcase thing the other night. Two things to take away from it, right, from my point of view, and for others maybe. One, Square Enix are making a game which is eerily like Splatoon. So instead of playing as squids or kids or whatever, you actually play as human characters, and instead of ink they shoot foam, like soap foam.
Yeah, makes sense.
The game is called Foam Masters. Good name.
Is it free?
I don't know. I don't really know.
It must be a free game.
And the other thing that Sony have done is they have released a showcase thing called the Project Q device. The Project Q, so the letter Q, that is. It's basically a Wii U.
So it's a PlayStation Portable.
Yes, PlayStation for the PS5.
Oh.
Yeah, so and what it does is it lets you stream your installed games over Wi-Fi, and on top of that, they include their official wireless earbuds, offering lossless audio on your PS5 and PC.
Looseless audio.
Lossless. Well, it says LOSS. I've never really seen that word used.
You can't lose what's already lost, Jack.
Lossless. It just sounds weird though, because lossless, that doesn't really sound like a word to me. But anyway,
it is. It's lossless audio. It means you know what it means. It means nothing. You don't lose any of it. It doesn't get out of you. But that's interesting. But Steam's already doing that. You can do that with Steam already, can't you?
Steam have their Steam Deck or whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, they got the Steam Deck, but they've also got the app which you can use to. So I can play on my phone Rocket League, but it's playing on the computer. It's just transferring over to the phone.
Yeah.
It's a bit laggy though. It's the only issue.
Yeah, so it's going to be interesting because...
And Wi-Fi, anything over Wi-Fi can be quite laggy.
Especially in Australia.
Like
so
maybe in other countries, but here it won't do too well.
I feel like this is going to be like a thing that competes against the Steam... the Steam Deck. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like this is going to compete against that basically. But it's just very interesting because obviously they made a game that's eerily like Splatoon, and then they're releasing this weird handheld device which lets you stream your games on it over Wi-Fi. So I don't know.
Or I could just play it on my computer at home or on my PlayStation home.
Yes,
like I understand portability for. I understand portable devices for adults when they're traveling, or even kids when they're traveling, like when they're on the train and that sort of thing. But like, I can't really imagine too many people. I think most people would rather like do their work or do their thing, get home, and then play computer games on their computer or on their TV with the PlayStation, or Xbox, or whatever they have.
Yeah, it's funny because like the only reason why I can see why they're doing this is because they either want to compete with Steam Deck or
the Switch.
The Switch. The Switch is that's really loud.
That is really loud.
It's interesting because Xbox have sort of partnered with Nintendo a little bit, so Nintendo can have Xbox games on the Switch, on the console.
That's not a bad idea. I can imagine the amount of kids playing Minecraft on their Switch.
You'd be surprised.
I would not be surprised.
Actually, no, you would not be surprised. No, you're right.
They're at school. A teacher looks down and everyone's just like holding up a book, and underneath they're all playing Minecraft.
Yeah, because the other thing too is with the Switch is more accessible. Like no one's going to spend $800, $900 on a PlayStation 5 or whatever.
Is that how much they want it? Well, that's so the thing that they're making, right? It's for the PlayStation 5, or it is a PlayStation 5?
No, it's for the PlayStation 5. Let me just
so how much are they going to charge for a portable controller / screen for a PlayStation 5 that you can't take out of the house?
I'm not sure.
Like they're going to have to charge not very much for it if they're going to make any money. It would have to be cheaper than a Switch, because then most people would go, I'd just rather buy a Switch and plug it into the TV when I want and then take it wherever else I want.
So there's no information about pricing or anything that'll come at a later date. But yeah, it's just they're calling it their streaming device basically.
Okay. And the other thing about it is like they're competing with Nintendo, and Nintendo's basically like they invented portable gaming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's 100% right. It's exactly what it is. Because Nintendo they obviously the Game Boys, I think Game Boys were the first handheld portable consoles.
I think they were the first handheld portable. I mean, there might have been some Sony system that was, but it certainly didn't do well if it exists.
Yeah, I feel like there might be like an Atari or a Sega thing.
The first real portable game thing was like Tamagotchis and all that.
Yeah,
and even they're they weren't really a game thing.
No, that's a virtual
more like
pet.
a pet.
That's a virtual pet. That's all that is. So
that's true.
That's just what I'd finish up with that stuff. So actually, because we still got a good 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes.
I'm just going to quickly interject. Every time I think of Tamagotchi or say the word Tamagotchi, I instantly think of I instantly think of scanners.
Oh yes.
I've spoken to you about this before, but every time I think of one, I think of because scanners was my Tamagotchi. Mm-hmm. Plug them in. Battle.
Mummy, I want Tamagotchi. We have Tamagotchi at home.
You can scan it.
Scan it. Pull it. Twist. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong thing again.
All right. So, do you want to do like a mini subject for this week?
I'm happy for you to touch on anime because we forgot to do it last week.
What is anime? Who is anime? Is that an anime? What about this?
Is this anime?
Is anime? Oh, more like oh no way.
Oh god.
Look, I was trying to do an internet historian. All right, it doesn't. I wish I could do the little animations that he does because they're fantastic. Is this a knife? And he's holding a gun, fires it.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, our original plan for this episode, but I didn't do my research, and obviously Jackson expected me to because it was my subject. We were going to talk about anime. Everybody loves Japanese cartoons.
I mean, yeah.
As the over 40s call it.
Over 40s. What did the under 40s call it, Troy?
Anime.
I suppose so.
And the people under 15 call it hentai.
Well,
because it's basically turning into it.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
But the main thing I wanted to discuss specifically about anime is, Jackson, you are a big fan of Japanese things. In fact, you know more about the language than I certainly do. But
yes and no, I guess. Yeah.
But I'm the anime fan here. I guess you could call me an anime fan, but I used to be at least. And I want to know, what do you know about anime, Jackson? And what animes did you grow up watching, if any at all?
So I did, and it was all thanks to like Toasted TV and those
Cheese TV,
morning Cheese TV and all that.
The OG Toasted.
So basically, every morning before school, we'd put the TV on and watch stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. And well, so now this is another one, because I don't know if Dragon Booster was an anime. I know it's a cartoon.
Not. It's an American cartoon.
Okay, cool. So yeah,
I know, well, not everything. I know quite a bit about Dragon Booster.
Yeah.
I also know that wasn't on in the mornings. That was on ABC in the afternoons.
Oh, it was too.
Yes.
Damn. Dragon up.
But it was kind of very similar to it was like a Western anime, but it's definitely that 3D animation style. That animation style was fantastic.
It was kind of crazy too, because like it blew my mind.
The other one that you might know of, which it's not really, again, it's cartoon.
Oh, actually,
but I think it was Skypiea, I think it was, or Skytopia.
No. So I can actually
Sky Island.
Yeah, I don't think I watched Sky Island.
Okay.
What was the? What was this one called? Hold on, I'm gonna figure out this.
Please do.
Hamtaro.
Hamtaro?
Yeah, Hamtaro. When we work together,
oh, the hamster thing. Is that the hamster thing?
Yes.
That's the hamster or thing.
Yes.
Yeah, or guinea pig. Yeah, I never watched that. No. I watched a little bit of that and was like, yeah, I'm not watching this.
My best. I can remember the tune to that so badly. That's the problem. Hamtaro, when we work together, it's much better.
Oh my goodness.
My best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, please
Yeah,
stop.
I'll stop.
Oh, that hurts.
Change.
Okay, so you never got into animes the same way you got into, like, for example, Pokemon or something like that.
Well, I watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember watching them.
But you're not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! In fact, you won't even download Master Duel.
Well, playing is different than watching it, Troy, you see.
Playing it is so much better than watching it.
It's just you can't cheat. Friends to play with.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on.
I bought a deck. I bought my own deck, and so did Duncan. Only the difference was we both bought like basic decks, and then versed with those. And then I went and bought an actual like proper deck online. I wanted the one that I had in the original one of the online games.
It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, yeah.
Yeah, Master Duel.
It's free. I'll download it now. Fine.
Haha, yes. The only problem is you'll have to do the tutorial to get decks.
Oh, to get decks? Oh, no.
Well, to get not every deck. It's they've got an interesting setup where, like, if you get a booster pack, it'll give you access. Like, if you get a certain card in that booster pack, it'll give you access to. You can buy the deck or use like the crystals or whatever it is. I can't remember. I've only played it like twice now.
See.
To get the deck that card corresponds with.
So like I said, my last sort of Yu-Gi-Oh! Involvement I had, or anything that I've delved in, was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Up to when I was about 12 or 13. After that, I just stopped watching or stopped really giving it much thought. However, I'm looking at a screen grab.
They were the most basic of animes.
Yeah, well,
we call them the gateway animes.
So I'm looking at this Yu-Gi-Oh! Monster, and it's a Blue Eyes Chaos Max Dragon. When did Chaos become a thing? And Max, when did that all become a thing?
Well, it's not in the anime.
No, but it's definitely it's definitely a monster.
It's because like Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician are sort of like they're known cards and they're popular cards and everyone loves those cards. So what Kotami, I think it's Kotami.
Yes, Kotami.
Have done is basically they've built decks and cards around them so that they're easier to summon and use. And one of those cards is like Blue Eyes Ultimate Max Dragon or Blue Eyes Max Dragon. And because of that, they originally because the thing about the game is the game has slowly evolved. You introduced fusion monsters, right?
Oh, fusion!
And then you introduced synchro monsters, and then they introduced pendulum monsters, and now they've introduced linked monsters, etc. And they all have different. I mean, synchro monsters and fusion monsters are very similar in how they function, but they're slightly different. And you've also got what are they called? The other one there's one more called Excel monsters.
Okay.
And they all function very similar, but also very differently. But because they've upgraded the game in a sense, or made the game more complicated slowly as time has gone by, the older cards like Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, all that, they sort of become more redundant. So they've had to build cards around them to sort of bring them back into the game as popular favorites. And that's why when the game first started, there was no like Blue Eyes Golden Egg, or I think it was something egg. And now they've introduced a card where basically if this card goes to the graveyard, you can instantly summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon to the field. Yeah, right. So you can use a card to draw, and there's spell cards that let you discard this card, so instantly you get a Blue Eyes on the field, and then you can play another card which will let you summon 3 Blue Eyes, and then you can fusion some of them into Ultimate Chaos Dragon or something like that.
Yeah,
it's just upgrading old cards to make them fit better with the game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why there's alternate versions of monsters now.
Yeah, so we kind of went on tangent there away from anime, but
we were headed in the Yu-Gi-Oh direction.
Yeah, that's all right.
But that's an interesting concept because they're, like I said, they're kind of gateway anime like Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, Sailor Moon.
Avatar.
Trying to think of other ones. Avatar's not an anime again. It's very similar to an anime, but it's not quite. It's not an anime.
Oh,
not Japanese. It's completely Western.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah.
Oopsie.
People argue that it's basically an anime, but it's not. Like it's
anime style.
It's very similar to their style. Yeah, it's still Western made, but you could say it's a Western anime.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, I feel stupid, but the thing is, I never really watched anime Avatar that much. I just every now and then it was on TV.
That's fair enough. But I remember, so I watched Dragon Ball Z and all that growing up as a kid, but then when I moved into the forest, essentially. We didn't really have access to much reception, including TV and all that. So I stopped watching anime for a while because I didn't have access to it, and then I started watching Naruto when I finally got access to that. And then it kind of just snowballed from there, where they had all these different animes that you could view online, like Hellsing. And, I guess Courtney's watched Clannad.
You want to know another anime that you probably haven't heard of that I watched when I was young?
Sure.
Kimber.
Oh, my goodness.
Kimber the White Lion is his name.
I have heard of that, but you wouldn't believe how.
How? How did you hear it?
So, my mate's mother told me about it. So she's probably in her 50s, maybe 60s now. She's definitely late 50s now. She told me about Kimber because we were talking about The Lion King, and it turns out that The Lion King, right,
was based on.
It's more than based off. It's basically a It's a carbon copy of it.
Because you know what the main giveaway is?
What, Kimber and Simba? Yeah. But no, the whole story is very similar. Like you look at even the animation style is very Simba.
Yeah,
very similar. There you go.
Wow. So the manga for it came out in 1950s, and then the animated TV series of it came out in 1965.
Oh wow!
And there was a movie
called The Lion King.
In 1966.
Well, that's the funny thing, yeah, because Lion King generic copy. Ironically, people don't.
It's Leo the Lion in English. No, wait, no, is that different? No, Leo the Lion's different.
Yeah, that's a different one, I believe.
Although it's a similar. Was it Kimber the White Lion?
But the funny thing is, I think the main like, because I was slowly watching just animes here and there. They've watched so many, I can't remember what any of them were called. Bleach, all the Shonen Jump manga and anime.
Actually, now I think about it, one of the morning TV shows had Astro Boy.
Oh yeah, Astro Boy was another one.
Astro Boy.
But now I'm having flashbacks, right? When Bleach became a thing and started coming out, because I remember that's right, a family friend of ours was basically he had a really good computer and he knew how to torrent, so he just downloaded like 150 episodes of Bleach and just gave them to me.
Yeah.
So while I was living basically in the bush, I was able to watch episodes of Bleach.
Mm-hmm. Just quickly, Leo the Lion was a sequel to Kimber the White Lion.
Oh well, there you go.
Yeah.
Now we know.
One thing that I always remember about Kimber the White Lion is that when there was a running scene, there was always the same animation scene that they used for Kimber running.
The foot's going on the dirt or something. Yeah,
it was always the same action.
You see it in the Lion King. You see the foot motion. They just copied it.
Let's see if I can find a list of the anime from the 90s that I might recognize.
There's actually been a few legal issues with that because I think they actually did try and sue them and stuff like that. They tried to sue Disney or something.
Yeah,
but that's what I think that's part of the reason why the Japanese like copyright system is so strong nowadays, because they've gotten a few things copied off them by other countries and whatnot and other people. So they've just their ownership rules and copyrights are very strict.
Yeah,
if I remember correctly.
Let's see if I can find here we go. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel, that was definitely a broadcast here in Australia.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. Sorry. It was a 2005. There were 5 seasons of it.
There was another one called Duel Masters.
Oh, yes.
Now, that might have been confusing because...
Speed Racer. Captain Future Robotech, Legend of the Overframe.
I've just started thinking of all the different toys that came out, and I watched all the animes for those, like Beyblades and Zoids.
Okay.
You ever watch Zoids? Oh my goodness, Zoids is a fantastic just story. The original Zoids Chaotic Century. Yeah, Zoids Chaotic Century is it's a fascinating story because it's all about like these war-torn countries and that fighting.
And the big mechs, the big animal mechs.
Yeah. And but if you really want just the action of Zoids, you watch Zoids New Century, because it's all about just Zoid battles. It becomes a sport.
Right. Okay. I'm just going through a list of. I don't think this is correct. Oh my gosh! No, that's cursed. I tried it. No, that's wrong.
What are you looking for?
So I was looking for TV shows that I watch as like people just putting up Wikipedia's putting up a page. George Shrinks. Was that an anime? No, it's not.
George Shrinks or George Jinx?
Shrinks.
I've heard of that somewhere.
Because I've looked up a list of TV shows I watched as a kid in Australia, and I'm just going through the list of shows that are here, but none of them are really anime-ish. Kim Possible's not anime. Proud Family's not anime.
No, it's cartoon.
Cartoon. Franklin's definitely not. Dave the Barbarian's definitely not. Cat Dog. Oh my gosh. This is my childhood right here, unfortunately. Oh,
can you find the one?
Oh my gosh.
Can you find the one I'm trying to think of? It's not Skytopia. It's Sky something.
Skyland, you said?
Skyland. It was Skyland, wasn't it?
Animated series. Here we go. Yep.
That's right. Oh my goodness. I was so there it is. Yeah, I was so frustrated with Skyland. You want to know why?
Why is that?
They never finished it. I think it cancelled.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let me have a quick look at the... what's this? CGI developed... Oh, it was in France. I'll tell you what, you know what French people are really good at animation.
Yeah, okay.
There's a... you may have heard of it. It was probably on ABC or something. It was called Code Lyoko. Hold on. Do I have it here?
Shutting down.
I don't have it here, but I've got another French cartoon here that I watched.
Go on then, find it.
And you'll love this. So there was Code Lyoko, or Code Leo, and you've also got Wakfu.
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 Look at this thing.
Yeah.
You can't really see it that
no,
well.
I faintly see it.
There we go. We'll do that.
There we go.
Whack Fu's another
Dude's got a
good
big
one.
hammer.
Yes, he does have a big hammer. He's the... Oh, no, it's not a hammer. It's just his arm.
He's armless.
Oh, yeah, original condition. Mint original condition from the reject shop.
Oh,
I think, no, not the reject shop. What's the other one called? What's the other? Cheap as Chips.
Oh, Cheapest Chips.
Yeah,
wow,
Cheapest
Chips.
Cheap of Chips had like all these DVD box sets, and I was like, "What the heck? Why? I'm gonna get some of these." And I was like, even if I don't watch them or open them, I'm still gonna get them. And you know what I found? I found Pokemon Indigo League.
Pokemon Indigo League.
The original.
Oh,
the whole season. It's whole season 1 of Pokemon.
Oh wow!
6 DVDs included.
Where did you find that?
I found it at Cheapest Chips.
Cheapest Chips. Oh my gosh!
I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what the heck? Most places would try and sell it, like EB Games would try and sell it for like $20 or something, and Cheapest Chips was like, oh, it's $5.
So I'm looking at the wiki for the Indigo League.
Yeah.
Interestingly, there were 82 episodes in Japan, but in the Western scene in English, it was only 80.
Yeah, don't you know?
No, that was really? 1997.
There's two episodes that they banned in like Western,
really?
The Western world. Yeah, they banned the actually they must have banned 3 because there was the Polygon episode that got banned everywhere.
Oh, here we go. Let's see.
The Polygon episode where the flashing lights, bunch of Japanese kids had seizures and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if I can find a reasoning
this
why.
This has turned into a why animes get banned. And then you've got the James with tits episode.
Oh,
he's got breasts. He's got breasts and he's jiggling them.
I've seen the screen.
You've seen the meme.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's either banned or it's been altered. The episode I think has been altered for Western audiences.
Let's see if I can find banned episodes. Here we go. Episode 35, 250, and 64. Oh, let's see.
Ironically, you can still watch some of them online.
Yeah, of course.
Like the Polygon episode.
The seizure episode.
Yep, that's the Polygon one.
Yeah, that would make sense. Flashing lights.
Sorry, not Polygon. Is that the Pokemon Polygon?
No. Yes, it was. As well, this was Porygon and its evolution. Porygon 2 and Porygon Z have not made appearance since the anime 38.
They've removed them. They've removed all those Pokemon. Some of them weren't even in the anime.
One particular scene had a series of flashing lights, which caused a total of approximately 685 Japanese children sent to hospital with symptoms of epilepsy.
Correct, and I don't think these kids even had epilepsy as a medical condition.
Yeah,
but here's the funny thing. Then the news replayed the scene from that episode in Japan, so more kids went to hospital.
Oh, goodness me. So yeah, wow, that's actually.
So yeah, that got banned everywhere. I think that's the only banned everywhere Pokemon episode.
Yeah, the other ones that I mentioned didn't really have a reason why they were banned. Beauty and the Beach was banned initially.
Yep, that's the one with the...
Oh, James had an inflatable bodysuit to give him large breasts.
Mm-hmm.
There's an episode
was that banned here in... Oh, and the third one, 2 towers get destroyed, I think, in the third banned episode. I think it's because 2 towers get destroyed, and it came out around 9/11, I believe. I think that might be a different.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go. No, Tentacle and Tentacruel.
Yeah, that's right. They destroy like the
September
city.
11. Following attack, the kids refused to air it due to the destruction of several buildings. Particularly,
the funny thing
Tentacle
is,
smashing a skyscraper.
You know the funny thing about that one? It wasn't banned in Australia.
No, because we don't. Yeah.
But I guess it was.
Oh,
banned
sorry,
in
no,
America
the Tower
reasons.
of Terror. The Tower of Terror. The episode was simply banned in official reasons, has not been confirmed, but many believe it was the title of it. That's fair enough.
Oh, it was the title, yeah. Are those the only ones that have ever been banned? Surely there's been more.
There is a longer list.
There's a couple of thousand Pokemon, Pokemon episodes.
Light list of banned episodes. Challenge of the Samurai. This episode was banned due to episode featuring a samurai. This creates a continually error as the episode features the evolution of Ash's Metapod. Okay, that's weird.
Wait, wait, that got banned?
It featured because it had a samurai in it.
But I saw that episode.
Yeah, it probably got re-released. Who knows? The Ghost of Maine's Peak, the episode was banned due to the episode featuring several Japanese cultural events.
Okay.
Oh, wait, this is South Korea. Sorry, this is.
Was it banned in South Korea?
Yeah, these episodes. There's a few here that are banned in quite a few in South Korea.
I can imagine.
So banned episodes in other countries. Song of Jigglypuff. The episode was skipped in Turkey. The reason for this was never been officially revealed. This creates a continuity error since the main characters first picked out Jigglypuff in the episode.
They don't like Jigglypuff singing on them and writing on faces.
The bigger the better. This episode was banned in several countries, including Ireland and Arabia. It has been alleged that the Battle of the Sexes format of this episode has caused the countries to ban the episode.
Wait, it's sexist, is it?
Yeah, but
Which
Battle of the Sexes. The bigger the better.
The bigger the better.
The bicker, and the better.
Bicker. No, I'm just looking up Skyline real quick. 2 seasons, 26 episodes. 1 hour pilot episode. Nicktoons Cartoon Network full series. Okay. I think they finished up Skyland, but it didn't really finish on a strong suit.
So yeah.
That's interesting. I think I remember the Battle of the Sexes episode.
Yeah, so not all Pokemon episodes are safe. So, because Jinx, the Pokemon Jinx is a major contributor to controversy because of what it looks like. Because it's meant that they like back in the day.
They did have Jinx's face as like it was a black
African
face.
American, yeah. Or
it wasn't African American. It was actually it looked very very similar to what white people used to portray.
Oh, blackface.
Yeah, blackface. It looked very much like blackface. So they changed it to purple.
Purple, yeah.
Which I guess is fair enough. It does look pretty much. I don't know if it is actually based off that, but it probably is. So that's probably why they did change it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's enough anime for one night.
We didn't talk about anime. We talked about bloody Pokemon.
And Because
somebody zeroed in on it. We've only scratched the surface, Jackson. We talked about Killing Bites or High School DxD. Jackson, your research this week is to watch High School DxD.
High School
DxD.
Yeah, I heard you. I heard it's DxD. Oh, this one. Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you suppose I'll watch this?
Angels. What's that?
How do I suppose I'll watch this, huh?
Make sure to watch it like alone by yourself, and if your wife comes in, remember to quickly get out of the episode and pretend you're doing something else.
It's
very like it looks bad watching it basically.
Obviously.
Like you Google it and it doesn't actually.
This is one of those
I didn't Google it. I DuckDuckGo'd it.
This is one of the animes where you're like, yeah, I watch it for the story.
Yes.
Once.
Well, there's another one, right? That's basically this is very similar to High School DxD, but it's
What was that furry one?
But it's actually got a good story, and it's called Vampire Rosary.
Vampire Rosary. Vampire. Oops. Vampire.
Of Rosario. Well, sorry, it's Rosario plus Vampire. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's basically the same anime, but but there's a lot less plot, but there's still a lot of plot.
There's not enough plot.
But this series was really good that I watched it, right? And unfortunately, because a lot of thing that annoys me about animes is the fact that
fan service.
Besides the fan service, which kind of annoys me, is there's one other thing that bothers me so much. They only do 12-episode animes or 24-episode animes unless it's a Shonen Jump. Anything else, it's only the basic storyline. So they only do like the first 50 or so chapters of the manga. And then so if you want to find out how the story continues on, you have to read the manga.
Okay. Did you know there was a Vampire Rosario PlayStation 2 game?
No, but it makes sense. There's a PlayStation game for almost every anime, I reckon.
I suppose there would be.
Look up Hamtaro PlayStation 2 and see what comes up.
Definitely coming. Yeah, I saw it said video game. Yeah, there's a few actually.
PS2.
A lot of Game Boy. A lot of Game Boy.
Oh my goodness. Yep.
And
The ham games. I do actually, now that I've looked at what this hamster thing is, yes, I do remember actually watching this and enjoying this when I was younger.
Good.
But didn't it only go for like 10 or 15 minutes or something?
No, it was 20, 25 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I reckon. Yeah.
He's like a little Pokemon.
Right, when you work together, it's much better. Yeah, it's embedded in my brain, unfortunately.
Now, there's another thing, right? I don't know if this is an anime or a game. If it was based on an anime or the game was based... If the game was based off the anime or the anime was based off the game. But you've got the Persona series.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's an anime for Persona, but I'm pretty sure it was a game first.
Yes, it was. I feel like you're right. The game did come first. It's a video game franchise. There you go.
There was also another video game franchise, but that they made an anime for, but I can't remember. It's got that weird bear thing.
Weird bear.
It's like a black and white bear.
Oh, Danganronpa.
Down what? Down
Dan. Gan. Run. Pa. It's like this. Like there's like
yes,
2 or 3
that's
games.
it. That's the one.
Games. Yeah.
Yes, I started watching the anime for this, I think, at one point, but I was actually quite curious about the game.
It's a game series. It's a video game franchise.
I know it's a video game franchise first, but I watched the anime for it, and it was quite. I need to finish it actually. It was quite intense because don't they all go around killing each other?
Basically, you have to survive, but to survive, you have to either not die or not kill anyone.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because if they catch you, you're guilty.
Yeah, if you get found, then you lose and die basically. There's another
game
series.
So there's an anime that's been sitting in my tabs for about a couple of months now, and there's 2 reasons why I want to watch this anime. One, I got the game for it. It was a PlayStation 2 game. It's a fantastic game, except it's very, very long, and it can be very confusing. It's both a really great game and a really terrible game at the same time. But it's called Orphan, Sorcerer Stabber.
Sorcerer and Stabber.
Yep, and they released an anime for it a few years ago, and then they released they've done a remake a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So if you look up Orphan.
Oh yeah, Orphan. Wait, what was it called?
Orphan Sorcerer Stabber, I think.
Nothing there.
Hold on. It's Orphan Sorcerer Stabber Orphan.
It's a bit different.
I mean, it's just the words reversed. I've got the game sitting here.
Sorcerer Stabber Orphan. What are the names? Come on. Oh, wow.
Here we go.
That main character's got some Fire Emblem vibes.
Yeah, it is kind of a little bit like that. So here's the thing, right? Let me just figure out where my mouse is so I can get you back.
He does look very Fire Emblem. Why? This guy's like a weird modern version of Fire Emblem.
So I went to EB Games. This was maybe 10, 15 years ago or something. I went to EB Games and I bought this. Right?
Oh, wow, the game.
PlayStation 2 Orphan, and it's called Orphan Scion of Sorcery, right? And it's actually a really, really fun game. I might replay it at some point.
I know what this guy reminds me of now. The main character. He reminds me if Cloud and Ike were mixed into one.
I'll tell you who he reminds me of. He reminds me of Goku's dad Bardock from Dragon Ball Z, because he's got the red headband as well.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But I got this right, and then when I was at JB Hi-Fi one time, I think it's here. Yeah. I found this, and I was like, "Hey, I know that." Hold on.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
And what this is, it was like $25, right, for the entire of season 2.
Wow.
But here's the funny thing: each one of these has I think it's 4 episodes. 1, 2. I think each of them got 4 episodes, and there's 6 DVDs.
Right. Okay.
And the funny thing is, I couldn't find season 1 anywhere until like a few years later, and I tried watching season 1. Season 1 is terrible compared to season 2. Season 2 is 10 times better.
Jeez,
but then I tried watching this, and this was terrible by comparison. But they recently released in like, I think it was 2018 or something, they released a new series, and they're currently doing season 4 of it.
Okay.
Yes. So season 4, episode 7 just came out of Majutsu Orphan Hiragatabi or something. I gotta find this. The dub version to see what it's actually called. But I've been looking forward to watching it. I keep trying to get through the first episode, but I can't get through the first episode because there's no the manga for it doesn't exist. There is no manga for it, or it's not very long. It's only got a couple of chapters. And the funny thing is, the storyline in this game, right, doesn't occur in this. It's like later on.
It's an original story.
It's like an original story, yeah.
Which is kind of good, though.
But they're all really like for example, I can't remember the specifics of this, but basically the main bad guy in this is like some ancient crystal deity or something. And this one is like an elder god that's trapped on an island that keeps using like people's souls for power or something.
Okay.
So in the game, right, you've got 3 different characters whose storyline you can follow. And when you complete one storyline, it takes you to the very start of the game again, and you can choose a separate path. It like reverses time. And that was another thing you could do. You could play through a level, and then you could speed up time. So you'll play through an area and it's winter, and then you'll time travel to when it's spring, and then you'll be able to get somewhere you couldn't get to, and then travel back to when it's winter to walk across water, for example. The game had so many interesting mechanics.
Yeah.
But the only problem with this game, right, is that if you didn't do the storylines in a certain order, it made the game 10 times harder because there's this one boss who you don't want to verse as the third boss because it's almost impossible to beat. Because I played this game twice. I played through it like 2 or 3 times, right? The first time, I versed the first boss, then the second boss, and then I got to the third boss. Oh, no, sorry. I versed the first boss, and the second boss was almost impossible to beat. And then I versed the third boss. But if you play the game and verse, because it chooses that person's storyline first, then when you verse that boss as the first boss, they're a lot easier. The game scales how difficult each boss is based on how many storylines you've completed. So if you do it in a certain order, it makes the game 10 times easier.
I need to sneeze.
Anyway, I've rambled on for a while about this. I forgot how I've got to. Now I want to plug the PlayStation 2 in and play this again.
Well, you know what you gotta do.
Must play the game. I don't think I'll be watching this again though.
No, fair enough. Well, I think we should actually wrap it up. We've gone way past our usual cut-off.
Yeah, I went off for a while.
Because someone had to talk about bloody Orphan.
It was such a good game. It's such a good game. It's the reason why I still have it.
That's why I'm like I kind of if I'm that kind of person with Simpsons Hit and Run, same thing, same opinions. I mean, I did love Simpsons Hit and Run, but this is that's like a cult classic. This is a hidden gem. This game is a hidden gem. It's an indie.
Yeah, I guess the best way for me to describe it.
Yes. All right, guys. Well, if you stuck through all that, well done. I know I did just.
I know you were starting to get a bit annoyed there for a while.
No, not entirely. I'm all good. But yeah, so if you want to check out Orphan, Sorcerer, Stabber, Orphan, Sorcerer.
What is this one called? Orphan. It's called Orphan Revenge.
Okay.
Orphan Season 2 Revenge.
And I recommend Kimber the White Line as well as Hamtaro for those who like to watch anime.
Those are terrible recommendations for anime.
Great recommendations. Especially if you had kids though. Kids would like it.
I'd say if you're a girl, I'd recommend Clanad.
And if you're single and you're over 18, High School DxD. If
you're a guy, I'd recommend High School DxD. If you're a girl, I'd recommend Clanad. They're basically the same thing, except one's... Well, they're not the same thing. One's for boys, the other's for girls, basically.
Yep. Okay. Fair enough.
Ironically, they both have the main lead is a male character surrounded by women.
Yes, it's just like every anime. All right. Okay, and let's leave it at that. Thank you guys for watching, listening. Check out our socials, and we'll see you all next episode.
All right. Good eye, mates. Bye.
Oh wow, smooth.